prosecutors' offices for Google tax raid. Yeah, they're going after Google because they haven't been as good a boys as Facebook and Twitter. Here's another article from Heat Street. Predatory peacekeepers, UN soldiers are committing widespread child rape. They always have and they always will. That's why people join that force. That is a force of looting and evil. They don't want you unless you're corrupt and evil, because then you would blow the whistle on the looting the UN engages in. Oh, nearly 46 million people are trapped in modern-day slavery, Bloomberg reports, but of course the UN's helping run all that worldwide. But every time you see the most gorgeous supermodel out on the street or at the mall, she's wearing a World Wildlife Fund, a UNICEF, or a UN shirt. Because supermodels are told, you don't get the contract, sweetheart, unless you wear UN clothing. And when you get asked what you support the end of the family, the end of the patriarchy, and the United Nations and for children. Patriarchy rules the world, so check your male white privilege. And all over the country, our reporters are there, and weirdo white people run up and go, you're not allowed to talk. You're white. You're a white male. And they're white. You look at them, they're all crazy. And they don't have jobs, or they do it state jobs. They're real dumb, but they're on power trips. Their eyes are aglow. It's their time to take over. It's their time. Yes, 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 yes. See, they're going to be the new bosses. Even though there isn't some white male patriarchy, unless you're in the mega corporations that are setting this up to have us all kill each other. Little, powerless, power-hungry control freaks that can't even have a husband because they henpeck and harass men so bad, men would rather be alone than with women now. And that's a generalization. But that's what's going on as they teach everyone scientifically how to collapse, how to fall apart, how to be nobodies. And we told you they're coming. Words, this is quoting from the AP, directed against anyone over issues of race, color, religion. Facebook a year ago said, if you disagree with someone, just disagreeing could hurt their feelings, we're going to ban you. And that's what they do. You send out the most mild information even, and they're banning that, and they're restricting that. And people say, well, they're not doing it to InfoWars. They've done it a bunch. But we make a big deal about it, put them on notice, we're going to sue them. They back off because they don't want to warn you. You know, I've used this story a lot. It's an allegory, a parable, a parallel, because it happened. Many times I'd be in the deer stand when I started shooting deer when I was about 7. You know, and then taking them back and gutting them, chopping them up, preparing them. The average trainee would be, gross, animal cruelty. You know, buy the meat and eat it, but that's okay. But actually going out and being a real humans, you know, I want to just kill something. No, it's about turning on those genes, those genetics, flipping ritual switches. Killing your first deer and gutting it is the same thing as kissing your first girl or planting your first tomatoes. Something happens when you get in the soil and plant, or the first time you go on a night hike, or the first time you get in a real fight. All of a sudden, all these things switch on, and it's like, whoa, it's next level. But see, they don't ever want you going next level. The truth is, life is like a video game, folks. You go up next level, next level, next level, next level, next level, developing yourself. They don't want you ever to have that. They want arrested development. And so many times we'd be sitting there, and a little buck would come out. First, some doe would come out, females. My dad say, well, you want one of those? You know, that's better for cooking stew, or I guess you want to get a rack to show off. He goes, well, then I bet a little buck comes out here in a minute. But let's wait and see, because there'll be a bigger buck probably in there, and if that little buck doesn't get shot, he's going to come out and run him off. And a couple times that didn't happen, but a lot of the time it would. My dad say, see, I heard him snorting back there, like 200 yards away. My dad was like, just relax your eyes. You're going to see everything moving. Don't look for the animals. Just open your eyes. This is in the woods with little clearings. And I opened my eyes up, and I could suddenly see all these different animals. A badger, a weasel, crows, an eagle fly by. It's like going to hunter mode. My dad would sit there and basically relax. He was almost hypnotized me. That's just ancient male passing that down, all being broken. I haven't even given my son all that training, and how to see different signs in the wind, and how to hunt, and how to fish, and how to fight, and everything else. And so all of a sudden, out come the doe. They're sitting there eating the oats. Plant the oats, eating little green oats in the winter. All of a sudden, out comes that little buck. Don't take him out yet. Wait till the big one comes. And then sure enough, 5 minutes later, he comes out, runs him off. Boom! Shoot that big buck right there in the heart. And that's what they're doing. They're just holding back with everybody going, don't take Jones out yet. We want to get them all. Wait till we got them all in the news. They don't want to raise alarms. They don't want to take Drudge down yet. They're going to wait till the economy drops, ISIS hits, there's terrorists taking action. Oh, we got to shut the web off because the terrorists are using it to communicate. They're using cell phones. We just got hit by 200 cells in one day. And the martial law comes in. They put the radical jihadis down, but say, you don't have free speech anymore. You caused them to do it, and we're arresting other radicals that were anti-Islamic. And the sheep public will line up and say, good, arrest them. Shut their speech down. That's what we want. I have war gamed the enemy. But I also have contacts in the military as high up as Delta Force, you name it, who concur with my analysis that this is exactly what's going on. Because my analysis is the analysis. It's not like I came up with it and that's reality now. Anyone that studies this and knows the ball game can see it for themselves without hearing Alex Jones. I'm just on target. Now, I'm going to stop right there and just let everybody know that we have one of the biggest specials we've ever engaged in, and funding our operation is critical, but more importantly, this is stuff you need. I said that when May ended, I would end the 20% off on Survival Shield, Nascent Iodine X2, the good halogen. To introduce it to you, even though it's about to sell out, I just went ahead and said, you know what, we're going to go 20% another day. But I mean, it's ending today. I may send it in tomorrow. But we are also having 30% off Super Male Vitality, 30% off Liver Shield, 30% off Vitamin Mineral Fusion, 20% off Survival Shield X2, and 20% off all InfoWars Patriot apparel. And this is for Memorial Day we just had. If you're a veteran, give yourself the gift of good health with Vitamin Mineral Fusion, Super Male Vitality, X2, Liver Shield, you name it. But regardless, if you've got friends and family that are vets, so many times they have been toxified by what they went through in war or the vaccines or the rest of it. And these are people we really should help out. So give a vet some Vitamin Mineral Fusion today. Give a vet some X2 today, Super Male Vitality today. Because so many times folks get given these products and then they become customers of InfoWars and listeners because of it. And that's symbiotic and helps continue the broadcast. So pay it forward. Give the gift of X2 or Super Male or Super Female Vitality. By the way, we saw a Super Male for months. It's back in. I'm discounting it for the listeners and for the veterans, but also for folks who've never tried it before to give yourselves an opportunity. Now, on orders of $50 or more, we go further. Free shipping on top of that. And then we go further. You sign up for auto ship on things like the nutraceuticals or anything else for that matter, but it makes sense with coffee and things you reuse like X2 or Knockout or our oregano oil or our joint bone formulas, all of it. The lung cleanse, there's so many different products there at InfoWarsLife.com. You get 10% off when you sign up for auto ship, free shipping on orders $50 or more, 30% off Vitamin Mineral Fusion, 30% off Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, 30% off the Liver Shield. So many other specials at InfoWarsLife.com. Take advantage today and know the small profit we make on each item is so much discounted. Funds the operation. 888-253-3139 is the toll-free number to call and order as well. 888-253-3139. We're sending reporters to Europe, to the migrant camps, and to Bilderberg for 10 days. We're going to have reporters all over the country currently. We got Joe Biggs going out to California. We've got so much coming up, the RNC, the DNC, and it's your support of the InfoWar that makes it all possible. What the globalists can't counter is real culture. They're destroying everybody's culture and replacing it with this globalist, politically correct, homogenized garbage. They plan to use radical Islam as a bizarre authoritarian enforcer. And I used to hear this 10 years ago from right-wingers, and I would just roll my eyes and go, you people are crazy. Yes, they're doing a clash of civilizations. Yes, they're destabilizing the Middle East. Yes, that's wrong to do. A lot of Muslims and Arabs and people send me constant emails going, you used to not be anti-Islam. Why are you bashing us? I'm explaining this to you again. I was against destabilizing your countries. I'm against Saudi Arabia installing all these corrupt groups. I'm against Wahhabism. I was against attacking Iraq because they didn't carry out 9/11. And now the whole place has been destabilized by design, and they're putting radicals in charge and bringing them in. And these are real people, real Sunni Wahhabis that kill the non-radical Muslims around them and are taking over Islam, whether it was bad before or good before or whatever. It's being radicalized. It's dangerous. Now the jihadi threat is real, and the Western governments at the top plan to let them attack. And they're going to take our liberties and freedoms in the process. I mean, I had Tim Kennedy, who's involved in the highest level national security stuff. And he hasn't told me all that. I know that separately. And he was concurring, saying, yes, that's their plan. I had him in the studio last week. But I don't need to talk to people in Delta Force to know all that. I can sit here and tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, the globalists mean business. They didn't put $50 billion of internet kill switch in, that's conservative, the last 15 years to play games. Okay? It's here. And they need us to just not be aware of it, like TPP and all this other crap. Let's play Matt Drudge again, talking about the Supreme Court justice warning him a year ago, face-to-face, they're coming in 2016 for the free speech. And look, all over the world, it's happening because they have this on timetables. Because next year, folks, I'm sure of it now, the real global meltdown is going to happen, I believe. It's already here in most areas of the world, but still in isolated pockets, the U.S. is doing okay. The bottom is falling out. I don't want that to happen. Some people say, well, be more optimistic. Maybe it won't. Mathematically, it's impossible. It's like an 89-year-old guy that's had 15 heart attacks. He's going to have a new one at some point. The heart's rotten. It's going to blow into 10 pieces. And I'm just here trying to tell folks they're going to use the crisis to try to take all of our freedoms. Here's the clip.
I had a Supreme Court justice tell me to my face, it's over for me. I said, Matt, it's over for you. They've got the votes now to enforce copyright law. You're out of there. They're going to make it so headlines you can't even use headlines. To have a Supreme Court justice say that to my face, that it's over. They've got the votes, which means time is limited.
You know, I want to take that whole interview, and it was an excellent interview, but, you know, I jumped in quite a bit because it was a surprise visit, and so I would have done a better job if I could have been prepared, but it was fun to have Drudge pop back in. And we need to take that and edit down like 15 minutes and air that, I think, all the time, or have a bunch of intros and outros that we're talking about, because he doesn't do interviews but every 5 years or so. But again, time is compressed. I know Drudge is listening. I think Drudge should probably be heard from a little bit more because he kind of is the symbol of free internet. And he links to mainstream government documents, alternative grassroots stuff. The point is, it's a different filter of a guy that's a populist and a patriot instead of Mark Zuckerberg, the king of Facebook, and his filter that's telling you Obama's God and free speech is bad and let's get rid of our borders and let's bring jihadis in. And they are coming and saying, this is what they're arguing in the TPP, that we're going to say you can't link to someone's website. Well, how are you supposed to even, people come to your site to see what you're linking to. It's crazy. They want to end communication, folks. They want a new dark age. Stay with us. Sign up for our free email to counter the censorship. Infowars.com/newsletter. All right, I've always told Roger Stone, who really is the consummate Trump insider, that he can come on anytime he wants when there's breaking news. And he just called us. He was coming on at the bottom of the hour. We're going to get a 30-minute update with Tosh Plumley and Colonel Matt Smithmack, just out of the Marine Corps, who's been death-threatened, physically attacked, you name it, for trying to expose a current shipment. Can't believe I'm saying this just calmly. Oh, put out on Twitter that we know about the next massive shipment from a Marine Corps base of military weapons to Mexico to be sent to ISIS. Oh, we're trying to stop an ISIS shipment. I mean, I know the FBI people want to stop it, but we should probably call the See Something, Say Something Homeland Security line. That get me that regional 1-800. I mean, it's a national number, but they have regional numbers that are for your region. And I'm going to put it on air when they join us coming up and just say, I've called FBI before on air, and people don't believe. I actually get FBI agents on the phone and start and talk to them. People are like, that's fake. Alex isn't doing that. No, we really do that. I mean, that's not that bold of a move. I mean, they're supposedly public servants. I'm trying to stop this stuff. People go, why are you involved? Well, I'm no hero here, but if I see something, I'm supposed to say something, right? Oh, they want you to report the neighbor you saw cleaning a deer in their garage. I see that article every few months because as the suburbs grow out to the countryside, it's just always the same story. There'll be some old veteran outside his trailer on some 40 acres he's had. It's deer season, and he'll be right by the road with, at a tree with a deer hauled up in it, gutting it, and the Californians have moved in. It's always Californians, and they see the guy gut the deer, and they call the cops, and then the cops don't do anything, but then animal cruelty comes, and then they get arrested. because it freaks animal cruelty out to see a deer hanging up. And you're like, that didn't happen. Look up for yourself. Police called on man cleaning deer. You see it all the time.